JJ from JJ Collects and Plays, and today I have an exclusive 70-pack box of the Premier League cards for this season. You cannot get these in Australia, and here's a sneak peek as they do get released in November. So this year in the package you can get up to 318 base cards, 20 lineup cards, 20 club crests which are 1 in 4, 17 world class which are 1 in 4.5 packs, 9 defensive steals which are 1 in 5, super stoppers there are 9 of this year and they're 1 in 5, titans are 1 in 5 and there's 9 of them, there are 9 leaders, 1 in 5 packs as well, midfielder masters there's 9 of them and there's 1 every 5.5 packs, the electric pace packs there are only 6 of them and they're 1 in 8, but 6 top finishers are 1 in 8 as well. Adrenaline Rush, which there are 6 as well, 1 in 8. Diamonds are 1 in 9 packets, and there's 9 of them this year. Ice and Fire have returned. 4 Ice, 5 Fire, each 1 in 10. 1 trophy card, which is 1 in 25 packs. 8 Golden Ballers, / the Invincible, which are 1 in 50. There are 8 Golden Ballers and 1 Invincible. So open these up, see what we get. So the common cards this year look like this. They're actually a lot better than last year's, if I'm really being honest, because the design and as well. Anyway, the back of the cards. So they just have the position of the player and the company and what type of card they are. To start with, we have a leader Connor Cody for Wolverhampton. And the first Man City card of the year, Electric Pacer, Kyle Walker.
How many cards per pack?
You get 6 cards per pack, as it says on the back of the box. This might be a bit of a big brand. Huh?
What's that?
And these are the free digital packs. So if you scan the QR code down here, you can get the free digital pack. And this is the back of them. You can also check out the website of Panini. We have a Shea Adams Titan card for Southampton. And we have a world class Joe Worrell for Nottingham Forest. We have a Diamond Harvey Elliott for Liverpool. And our first 5-year Said Benrahma for West Ham. I'm sure I did not say that name right. We have a midfielder master, Martin Odegaard for Arsenal. And the album, I'm doing another break for these, and the next one will be with the album, which is probably coming out sometime next week. And a defensive steal, Laporte for Manchester City. We have our first team crest for the year, Leeds United. I kind of don't like these that came out last year's, honestly. And we have a super stopper, another Leeds card, Ilan Mieza for Leeds again. So far, getting a lot of Leeds cards out of this. Actually, not many. That's probably the first 2 cards. We have another top master midfielder, Bundenair for Aston Villa. And a world-class Lucas Digne for Aston Villa as well. We have our first ice card of the year, a Rafael Varane ice for Man United. It's actually quite a nice card, the ice. And a world-class David De Gea goalkeeper for Man United. And this year, in the commons as well, you get the team lineups. This is just the Southampton one that I just pulled out. It's relatively okay to compare last year's. Have a Liverpool crest and a super stopper Bryce Sambia for Nottingham Forest, but he's not the actual keeper at the moment. It is Dean Henderson. And we have a top finisher as well in this one, a Cristiano Ronaldo top finisher. These cards are actually quite good. I think they're the same as, can't remember what it was last year, but I think it was the Lightning cards. And it's a really nice card. Some of these packs are quite hard to open. Hopefully we can pull out the golden ball, which we should. We're guaranteed to, I reckon. We have a Brentford team crest. And finally we found the man himself, Erling Haaland for Manchester City. I didn't think I was going to find him, and he's a top finisher. And we have the trophy card. 1 in 25 packs. We have this year's trophy card with the blue sleeves of Manchester City taking out the title last year. And a super stopper Jordan Pickford for Everton. Where did I put them? There. Have a Anthony Elgar diamond card for Man United. And a super stopper Robert Sanchez for Brighton. He's doing quite well to keep Brighton in the top 4 at the moment. And we have our first adrenaline rush of the year. Diego Jota for Liverpool. They're actually quite sick, those adrenaline rush cards. Hopefully we can find one of the golden balls. I haven't had a look at this year's golden balls, so if you guys know, if I don't pull one out here, let me know in the comments. Just should. We have the Tottenham Hotspur team crest. And a Malenko defensive steel for Everton. It's only the second one for this year, but there'll be definitely a lot more to come. Have a leader Jorginho card for Chelsea. And a world-class Lucas Dean again for Aston Villa. We have another Titan. It is the slabhead of Harry Maguire for Man United. And as a City fan, yes, I call him slabhead. And we have a defensive steel Ben White for Arsenal. So I don't think we're halfway through yet, and yet there's quite a bit, and there's a lot of cards in front of me at the moment. Have a Tom Cairney leader card for Fulham. And an electric pace Tarek Lamptey for Brighton. hopefully that golden ball or the invincible card is there. I think just a couple of the golden balls are rarer than the invincible is. You have Diamond Anthony Gordon for Everton. And a Electric Pace Alan Saint-Maximin for Newcastle. We have a Kieran Dewsbury Hall fire card for Leicester. And a world-class Bobby De Cannavaro for Fulham. I don't know why they still have Romelu Lukaku in these, because he is at Inter, but they still have him as Chelsea. It's quite odd. And we have the Arsenal team crest logo. And a Joel Matip, no, not Joel Matip, a Thiago ice card for Liverpool. And I almost messed that up. And an Adrenaline Rush, Pedro Neto for Wolverhampton. We have the Newcastle team crest. And a midfield master, Declan Rice for West Ham. Have a super stopper, David Raya for Brentford. I definitely did not say that right. And a world-class Riyad Mahrez for Man City. Have a leader, Antonio for West Ham. And a defensive steal, Mark Guéhi for Crystal Palace. Defensive steal, right. Put this next one out. I'm trying to rip through these. Right. We have another slabhead Harry Maguire Titan for Man United. And a Gabriel Martini fire card for Arsenal. And we have our first golden baller of the year. And it's definitely not what I hoped for. But we do have our first golden baller, Jadon Sancho for Man United. Golden ball cards, to compare last year, about 1,000 times better. And I think the newer players as well that will be on here will be better as well to compare last year's. And a world-class Lamela for Bournemouth. So that was 1 in 50 packs. I don't think we'll get another one. Actually, I think we might get another one because that came pretty early. So you could get one towards the end. We have a Titan Max Kilman for Wolverhampton. And a Thiago ice card for Liverpool. And a top finisher, Ivan Toney for Brentford. Those top finishers are always sneaky because they hide behind the main ones. And so with the Adrenaline Rush as well. We have a Nottingham Forest logo crest. Probably the first time they've had one in the Premier League card set since the last time they qualified for the Premier League was back in 1998. And a Adrenaline Rush, Mattia for Crystal Palace. Adrenaline Rush is there. We have an Everton logo crest and a midfield master, Philip Billing for Bournemouth. I'd say we're almost halfway through. Now we have a diamond Ben Johnson for West Ham and a super stopper Alex McCarthy for Southampton. And I have a sneaky one, defensive steal, Aaron Cheswell for West Ham. Okay, we have our box card. We have, and I love this card so much, it's an Edison limited edition box card. I knew we'd get a City card out of that. Newcastle logo crest and a super keeper, Martin Dubravka for Newcastle. That limited edition, there's only one of them per box. Or, what's the other one you can get? An Excellence card, which I think Excellence cards are like the 3D versions, which are the 3Ds of this year. So they're extremely hard to get. We have a Titan Moore for Bournemouth. And a Daniel James Electric Pace for Leeds. And some of the cards they've got in here are not exactly correct. Like they've got Gabriel Jesus in a City kit when he is in fact at Arsenal. They probably have Zinchenko the same. And like they do with like Romelu Lukaku and all the other ones that got traded. And we have an Alisson super stopper for Liverpool. I didn't think we were going to get an Alisson card out of today, but we did. And a Yuri Temelis world class for Leicester. And last year he did have an ice card, because I have quite a few swaps of him as an ice card. Now we have another Kilman Titan for Wolverhampton. And a midfield master blender for Aston Villa. I misspelled the club there. And Adrenaline Rush, Jamie Vardy for Leicester. Those Adrenaline Rush and the top finishers are always sneaking behind those normal cards. So you gotta be careful when you open the cards, because those cards usually hide behind. And sometimes you get like the logo crest hiding behind, which I haven't looked at yet. And we have a Fire Richarlison for Everton. Except he's not at Everton anymore. He's at Tottenham Hotspur, if you don't know. And a Jimenez World Class for Wolverhampton. I think Wolverhampton's entire squad is basically made up of no English players. I think there's maybe like one or two, and the rest are Portuguese and Mexican. I'm pretty sure. Like, that's what I've heard, and I think it might be true. A more Titan card for Bournemouth. And a later Connor Cody for Wolverhampton. I should have mentioned this earlier. He's not at Wolverhampton anymore. He is at Chelsea. Geez, 70 packs didn't seem like that much, but now thinking about it, it is. I was just reacting to something behind the camera, and we have a Bryce Samba top stop super stopper for Nottingham Forest. And a top finisher, Harry Kane for Tottenham, and he has just taken past Sergio Aguero's record for the most goals scored at one Premier League club. I think he will pass 200 by the end of the year, which is insane because he's at nearly close to 190, I think. And Sergio Aguero's record was 184. We have a Wolverhampton crest logo, Tom Carney leader card for Fulham, and a defensive steal Eric Dier for Tottenham. Have a diamond Luke Thomas for Leicester, and a defensive steal Christian Nordgaard for Brentford. Have a Chelsea team logo crest, and a Alexander Mitrovic fire card for Fulham, and a Electric Pace darker card for Leicester. We have a Rodri ice card for Man City. Why is it like Rodri or KDB is always the ice card in these? And a world-class Dominic Calvert-Lewin for Everton. He missed like probably the first couple of games. I think his first game was only a couple of weeks ago. Because he did something pretty bad that cost Everton. But I think last year they should have gone down, and instead of, I think it was Watford should have got, whoever came 18th, I think it was Burnley. Scott McKenna Titan for Nottingham Forest. And a midfielder master Jack Colback for Nottingham Forest as well. And a Joe Willock Adrenaline Rush for Newcastle. I have a Leicester logo crest card. And a top keeper Robert Sanchez for Brighton. So hopefully when I get the album I can do like a bigger and better break. Another trophy card, another one of them, might be giving that away. And a Guimaraes leader card for Newcastle. Finally, Manchester City logo crescent card. And a Thiago Silva ice card for Chelsea. So last year the ice cards were no above Leicester. So like every team that was about 4 of them, it was Leicester, Liverpool, and City, Southampton. A Flyer Richarlison for Everton. And a top finisher, I'm not even going to pronounce this, but for Crystal Palace. It's going to be a nightmare to pronounce. Hopefully we can pull out the never gone for Scott McKenna Titan card for Nottingham Forest. And a Adrenaline Rush Pedro Neto for Wolverhampton. So this is how many packs we have left to go. Quite a bit. And plus these as well. Even a lot more. Hopefully we can see that. I'll start to decrease. Because this pile of comments I just had is just completely fallen. Later, Dominic Solanke for Bournemouth, and a world-class Wizard for Brentford. So usually a lot of the Democratic Republic of the Congo players usually either go to France or actually become really good in Africa, because they have actually taken it out once with DRC, the African Nations Cup. But I've never qualified for a World Cup, qualified for the World Cup under Zaire. But anyway, we have a Tyrick Mitchell diamond card for Crystal Palace, and a Ben White defensive steal for Arsenal. I think the Golden Baller might be coming very soon, because we got James Sancho Golden Baller pretty early on. We have a midfield master, MVP for Brighton, and I definitely did not pronounce that right. And a Alan Smaximan pace card for electric pace for Newcastle. Usually I do like the 36 pack boxes, which are available in Australia, but 70 packs are not. A Bournemouth logo crescent card, super stopper Martin De Bruyne for Newcastle, and a world class Thomas Souček for West Ham. Manchester United logo crescent card, and a Neil Marapi leader for Brighton. And we have a midfield master Philip Billing for Bournemouth, and a defensive steal Malenko for Everton. Doesn't open yet. A lot of mess around this area. And oh my, that's the third one we've got. Another trophy card. This is definitely more than one 70 pack box, because these are 1 in 25, so 3 of them would be like 75 packs. You'd have to take at least 3 of them. And a Mbembo Adrenaline Rush for Brentford. How on earth have we pulled 3 trophy cards, yet still only pulled 1 golden baller? Bro, we should have only pulled 2 of them. And we have a super stopper Alisson for Liverpool, and a Mo Salah top finisher for Liverpool as well. I reckon the pack I've got in front of me that I haven't opened yet will contain the golden ball. The question is, when should I open it? Southampton logo crest card, Thiago Silva ice, and a Daniel James electric pace for Leeds. I still haven't opened it. I'm so close to opening it. It's not that funny anymore. We have a Newcastle Titan, Gelatin, Richarlison Flyer, and a world-class Reece James for Chelsea. I'm opening it. Nah, I'm opening it. Let's see whether the golden ball, if there's another golden ball, and no, there is not. A Titan Edward Mendy for Chelsea. Super stopper Alex McCarthy for Southampton. And a world-class Dijampo for Southampton. I only leave that one in front of me, just in case. So the golden ball, there must be a second one, because we got that about 15 packs in. Must be near. We have a diamond Jacob Ramsey for Aston Villa. And a world-class Kieran Tierney for Arsenal. So the world-class cards, I think, are basically, there's a few English ones, but the rest are all like international players. So I don't know, I think the City one's Riyad Mahrez, from what I can remember. We have a Fulham logo crescent card. And a Tiago Lampy electric pace for Brighton. And one thing I've noticed about the logo crest cards is that they actually have the home ground in the background. I only just noticed that with that Fulham one. We have a Mpupu card midfield master for Brighton. And a top finisher Eward for Crystal Palace. And yes, I'm not good at pronouncing names. There might not be a second golden ball in here, which I won't be surprised if there is. Okay, not much packet leaves. We have a Lewis Dunk Titan for Brighton. Hey, that kind of rhymed. A David Raya Super Stopper for Brentford. And a defensive steal Eric Dier for Tottenham. A Patrick Bamford leader for Leeds. And a Christian Pulisic Chelsea electric pace. You want to join in, Dad? Yeah, clearly. A Phil Foden diamond card for Man City. And a Joe Willock adrenaline rush for Newcastle. About, I'd say 10 packs to go. There's a lot of cards here, let me tell you that. Surely another golden ball comes. Midfield master Didonica for Wolves. And a Harry Kane top finisher for Tottenham.
I'm going to do one because I'm going to get you a Harry Maguire card that you've been waiting for.
I've already got two of them.
Just your favourite.
A third time, maybe?
Jeez, that was almost off the top.
Jesus Christ. No, the specials are on the back. We have a Mendy Titan for Chelsea. A midfield master Kulesi for Tottenham. And a defensive steal Gucci for Crystal Palace. And the two special cards are my dad's pack Super Stopper Marek Radak for Fulham. And a Jamie Vardy Adrenaline Rush. Come on, the golden ball has to be. A second golden ball is on its way. We got that pretty early on that first Jadon Sancho one, so it can't be far. We have a Joelinton Titan for Newcastle. And a Patrick Bamford leader for Leeds. Come on, not many packs to go. Golden bowler, please come again. Rodri Ice for Man City. And a world-class Rafinha for Leeds. Come on, come on. 4 packs. Come on. The card we've all been waiting for could be in any of these 4. A super stopper David Raya for Brentford. And a darker electric pace for Leicester. Alright, here's what I'm going to do the last 3 packs. I'm going to open them at the same time, but except I'm not going to reveal every single one. So that's 1. 2. Please be good. Please have something good inside. One of them has to have something good inside. Alright, here we go. Pack number 1 has a West Ham United logo crest card, a Benrahma fire card for West Ham as well, and a top finisher Salah. Oh boy, here it comes. The final 2 packs. Can one of them please be a golden bowler? Not in this pack. We have a Brian Hove Albion logo. Midfield Master Buenda for Aston Villa. And a Eric Dier Tottenham defensive steal. Come on, last one. What's in it? Bro, no golden bowler. Crystal Palace logo card. And a Donna Decker midfield master for Wolves. Well, thank you guys for watching again. If you guys enjoyed the video, hit the thumbs up down below. Subscribe to my channel so you never miss another update. Make sure to stay tuned for next week as my album and maybe a multi-pack will be coming. And here are the 2 specials that we pulled for today. Both of the Manchesters, Jane Sancho Golden Bowler and an Edison Limited Edition. Make sure you follow me on Instagram, TikTok, Twitch. Make sure you add me on Snapchat and friend me on Facebook. See you.